The Philippines is one of the world's largest archipelago nations. Because of its archipelagic nature, Philippines is a culturally diverse country. The people in the Philippines were into many smaller governments, which had many different languages and dialects of each languages. Now, most Filipinos speak three languages: their mother tongue, Filipino, and English. It is also not uncommon for a Filipino to know even more than three languages. For example, many Waray people can speak Waray, Cebuano, Filipino, and English. Hence, this is what makes the Philippines as a multilingual country. People of this nation were using several languages. Of the more than 100 languages being spoken by the different ethno-linguistic groups of dwellers in the more than 7,100 islands comprising the Philippines, 8 of them are considered as the major languages. These major languages are Ilocano, Pangasinense, Kapampangan, Tagalog, Bicolano, Cebuano, and Hiligaynon, and Waray Samarnon. The people of the Philippines are experiencing a period of language convergence. Sometimes, in situations of bilingualism, speakers change the way they speak because of the influence of other speakers' way of speaking. And if this situation persists over a long period of time, 2 or more languages can become more and more similar. And this can affect the vocabulary, the pronunciation, or even the sentence structure, and also the grammar of the languages concerned. In this process, for better or for worse, some languages are abandoned and become extinct. So Arnold points out that career opportunities such as translation, education, and serving as a tour guide give multilingual speakers a greater capacity to change careers and workplaces more easily than English-only speakers. It is found that people who know more than one language tend to be more attentive and are better able to multitask. They even tend to age better, mainly because they supposedly have sturdier, more resilient brains. And people living in a multilingual societies who are not monolingual are daily faced with the question of which language to use according to Colmas 2013, where each person who speaks a specific dialect tend to put themselves into a box where they will just interact with a person of the same dialect, where they can understand. Just as I said earlier, there are some Filipinos who can speak 3 languages like Cebuano, Tagalog or Filipino, and English. The only people who had a big challenge are the Tagalog-speaking people because their only dialect is Tagalog and English, and they cannot understand other dialects that when they try to speak them, or on the places, people tend to ridicule them and discriminate them. This resulting admixture or combinations usually makes it hard for outside observers to understand. Therefore, it tends to be considered a bastardized blend of languages. Such consideration is known to not only hinder social interaction, but is also a cause of social distress to multilinguals. Another challenge to multilinguals encounter is individual language loss, or the decrease in incompetence of a language less used.